Alright, so good day everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion about philosophical perspectives of the self after discussing Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle of ancient philosophy. We're now going to move on to medieval period, or the philosophers of the medieval period. Okay, so the medieval period or the Middle Ages is known with regard to the context of theology, specifically Christianity. This is a period wherein Christianity has been starting as a form of religion, and that its tenets have become the central point of the discussion of some philosophers, because in the ancient philosophy, the question was, how did we start it? How did we start existing? What is the essence of being? Those were the questions in the ancient times. Now, in the medieval period or the Middle Ages, the question was that, is there God? Is there someone whom we consider as the summum bonum or the highest being? Okay, is this force? Okay, this is the period wherein they were trying to define and discuss and prove God's existence. And some notable philosophers during this period are Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Both are Catholic priests. Okay, now the focal idea of St. Augustine as regards to the self was somewhat connected to the idea of Plato. Okay? So Plato said that what we have right now, the body, the matter that we have right now, is just a part of a higher and a better existence, di ba? Ibig sabihin, hindi ito yon. Ang katawan ay bahagi lamang, pero hindi pa yan ang kabuuan, sapagkat mayroong kaluluwa. But Plato was not discussing about afterlife. He was not discussing about the existence of a paradise. But with Augustine's understanding of Plato's philosophy, he then somewhat used this as reference in order to explain the context of transcendence. Okay? So what is transcendence? When we say trans, it is to change. Okay? And ascend is to level up, to move up. Okay? So when we talk about transcendence or transcendental ideology, it is that you think that there will be better position out of what you are right now. And the idea of Saint Augustine or Augustine, he looked into a person's being as in the physical realm as something that will transmogrify and change and transcend into a higher being once the life here on earth ends. So ibig sabihin, hindi man sinabi ni Agustin ang langit. Hindi niya binanggit na ito ang katiyakan ng langit, ito ang dahilan para mapunta ka sa langit, ito ang dapat mong gawin. Sapagkat sa pagiging pilosopo ni Agustin at pagiging Katoliko, sinikap niyang bigyan ng kapaliwanagan ang pananampalataya sa pamamagitan ng philosophical na pananaw. So just like what we are doing right now, we're trying to look into ourselves based on various perspectives. Augustine used philosophy in order to discuss and describe the idea of faith. And now, the transcendence, according to Augustine, explains the fulfillment of a person's life once he or she dies. So ibig sabihin, ang kabuuan ng ating sarili ay may kaganapan. So yung better na Tagalog na ginagamit natin for the transcendence, no, ay may kaganapan. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng nararanasan mo ngayon, lahat ng pinagdaraanan mo, lahat ng kung sino ka, ay mas may better version. Okay? After this. So, rooting from the idea of the allegory of the cave of Plato, ibig sabihin, ang paglabas natin sa yungib ay ang kaganapan ng ating kaluluwa. Okay? Do not mistake, do not look at it as just a teaching of religion, but rather, it is a philosophical perspective as well. Kaya nga sabi kasi natin, ang medieval age ay punong-puno ng usapin tungkol sa pag-iral ng Diyos, kung meron ba talagang Diyos, at kung ano ba talaga ang ginagawa ng Diyos na ito. Ano? So, in this idea, we see how certain philosophers used the current situation, the current tenets that are existing in the society, and use this in order to explain religion and the self. So, ibig sabihin, kung pagbabasihan natin ang mga sinasabi ni Agustin, malalaman natin ang ating kaganapan kapag tayo ay pumanaw na. At kung ano man ang mararanasan natin o nararanasan natin ngayon, ay higit ang mararanasan natin after this. Pagkatapos mong makatawid doon sa sinasabi nga nating physical realm. Okay? So that is transcendence. That you will have a certain being after the current being that you are. So, ibig sabihin para tayo magta-transform. Okay? That is the idea of transcendence. And in relation to the idea of the self. Okay? So, ibig sabihin pala, kung ano man ang kalalagayan mo sa panahong ito, sa oras na ito, ay hindi pa yan yun. Meron pang hihigit, meron pang mas maganda dyan. So, kung feeling mo hindi ka kagandahan, hindi ka kagwapuhan ngayon, baka meron pa sa susunod. Ganun ba yun? Hindi ganun yun. Okay, the point is that the kaganapan or the fulfillment of the being of the person is met and realized after a certain part of our reality has been experienced, but they did not necessarily talk about death or kamatayan, no? But for some religion, death is a gateway in order to achieve afterlife, and afterlife is the idea of a continuous life after death. Okay, so I hope you understand that point of Saint Augustine. Now we move on to actually we only have two notable philosophers under the medieval period. Okay. And the second one is Thomas Aquinas. Well, Thomas Aquinas, or Santo Tomas de Aquino, is a doctor of the church. When we say doctor of the church, they are philosophical doctors. They are the individuals who are putting up doctrines and use these doctrines in order to create dogmas, and dogmas are taught to its people, or to the people of a certain religion, specifically in the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, now Thomas Aquinas, if is a religious priest, when we say religious, meron siyang certain religious congregation na kinabibilangan. So, he is a Dominican. Kaya kapag pumunta ka sa University of Santo Tomas, okay, so ang mga pare doon ay mga Dominicano. And Dominican priests are known to be doctors of the church. Okay? Now, Thomas Aquinas, if Augustine rooted his idea of transcendence from Plato's philosophy, then Thomas Aquinas got his idea of the self based on the explanation of Aristotle. Okay. So, ang pinanggalingan niya ay yung hylemorphism ni Aristotle. Okay. So, what is hylemorphism? Hylemorphism. Okay. Hyle means matter, and morph or morphos means form. So when we say hylemorphism, it is matter and form. Kung matatandaan nyo sa pananaw ni Aristotle, If Plato believes in the context of dualism, Aristotle believes in the context of monism. Monism is the ideology or the philosophical doctrine that says that body and soul are one. Okay? Iisa ang katawan at kaluluwa. At sabi nga ni Aristotle, ang kaluluwa ang kaganapan ng physical na katawan. Okay? The body is the physical nature while the soul is the essence. Now, from the hydromorphism of Aristotle, Thomas Aquinas has provided a more elaborate distinction of the body and the soul. Okay? Kaya nga ginamit niya din yung sinasabi ni Aristotle na being qua being. Okay? Being qua being is related, of course, to the context of hydromorphism. Isang bagay lang yung pinag-uusapan natin dito, no? Being qua being. Being, ibig sabihin ng qua, it is a Latin phrase which says because. Okay? Being because of being. Ang pag-iral ay dahil sa iyong, ang iyong katauhan ay base sa iyong pag-iral. Okay? And you exist because your existence is based on your existence. Okay, imagine that. So it is being is used in different context, in different idea. The first being talks about the matter, and the second being talks about the form. Meaning, the matter is the body, okay, and the form is the essence. Sa kahulugan, ito yung ipinaliwanag na ngayon ni Thomas Aquinas. Okay, the being qua being in hydromorphism of Aristotle was elaborated by Thomas Aquinas using the context of body and essence. Okay, ibig niyang sabihin, hindi ganap ang katauhan ng isang tao kung hindi niya mapufulfill yung dalawang yan. Kung hindi mo makukuha ang iyong pag-iral at hindi mo makukuha ang iyong essence or yung importance ng pag-iral ng isang tao. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ganito ang example niyan. Gumawa tayo ng isang lamesa. Okay? Merong lamesa dyan. Ngayon, nag-e-exist na ang lamesa. Nandyan na yan. Okay? Tapos, anong gagawin natin sa lamesang ginawa natin? Wala. Pag wala kang ginawa dyan, ginawa mo lang yan, you only fulfill the matter. May matter. Ang tanong, anong essence? Anong silbi? Diba? Kaya nga, sinasabi natin, according to the context of essentialism, no, iba naman itong philosophical doctrine, pero isingit na natin. Sabi sa essentialism, a certain object will not achieve its being or yung importansya ng kanyang existence if hindi mo bibigyan ng essence. Kaya nga minsan may tanong ako palagi sa mga estudyante yung nakaupo sa table. What is the essence of the table kung uupuan mo lang din? E di sana tinawag na lang natin yung upuan. Okay? Ano ang essence ng ballpen kung hindi mo naman gagamitin pangsulat, gagawin mo lang pantinga, edi sana ginawa na lang natin siyang pantinga, hindi na natin siya ginamit as ballpen. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, ang lamesa, paano siya magkakaroon ng essence? Bibigyan mo siya ng karapatang gamit. Bibigyan mo ng katuparan yung gamit ng lamesa. Kaya nga, diba, kung bibigyan natin ng katauhan ng mga bagay na meron tayo, isa siguro sa mga pinaka-disappointed at pinaka-depressed na bagay sa paligid natin ay basurahan. Minsan kasi ang basurahan, gusto niyang matupad yung kanyang pag-iral, gusto niyang maramdaman yung kaganapan ng kanyang pag-iral. Ang problema, hindi doon nagtatapon ng basura yung mga tao. So, ang basura masyado siyang bitter, no? Andito na ako, basurahan na ako, bakit hindi niyo pa sa akin tinatapon ang basura? Hindi ko ma-fulfill ang aking destiny. Kasi nga, ang mga tao, ang ginagawang basurahan, yung lapag, yung sahig, minsan sa school, yung singit ng upuan, no? Minsan yung bintana, yung mga sulok-sulok, ayun ang naging basurahan. Ngayon, yung basurahan na bin ay hindi na nabibigyan ng kaganapan. So, anong ibig sabihin natin ito? ang katawan mo ay hindi lang yan katawan. Hindi sapat na may katawan ka. Hindi sapat na umiiral ka. Ang pag-iral mo ay kinakailangang magampanan ng iyong pag-iral. Your existence has to be attributed with your essence. It is not enough that you exist. You have to be essential. No, isipin mo na buhay ka lang para sa huli mamatay para maging pataba sa lupa. Wala kang pakinabang. Di ba, malungkot yun. Napakasakit nun. No? Ano pang silbi ng iyong buhay? So what is the essence of your life? We have to fulfill our particular essence. We substantiate the life that we have. Okay, so that is the idea. Kaya nga, in the context of Thomas Aquinas' explanation of the self based on Aristotle's hylomorphism, we apply the concept of being qua being. For you to exist, you have to fulfill your essence. You have to live your life with your particular essence. Life as the body, yung katawan, physical, is not, will not be of great importance if it does not have essence. So we fulfill a certain, we take a form based on what we are. So ang idea, bilang tao, hindi sapat na tao ka, kinakailangan ikaw ay magpaka-tao. Napaka-importante ng pagpapakatao sa mga tao. Ang hirap kasi ng tao ka, physically, pero asal hayop ka. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, those people who say that they are who they are is somewhat misleading, at least in the idea of Thomas Aquinas. Why? Because who you are could be somewhat not necessarily wrong, but it could be misleading. Ibig sabihin, baka mali ang pagkakaunawa mo sa sarili mo at sinasabi mong ikaw na yon, di ba? So hindi sapat na nag-exist ka lang. Kinakailangan bigyan mo ng substance ang iyong pag-iral. Ibig sabihin, dapat maging mahalaga ang pag-iral mo. And you live according to who you are as a person. Okay? So this is the idea of Thomas Aquinas. Now, to sum it all up, dalawa lang naman yung pag-uusapan natin sa medieval philosophy. To sum it all up, transcendence is that the fulfillment of the self pertaining to the soul is achieved after transcending from a certain being to a better being. Okay, so in the religious point of view, we can only achieve fulfillment, our soul can only achieve fulfillment if we transcend from physical life to another life. Okay? And of course, by Thomas Aquinas, he subscribed to the idea of hylomorphism of Aristotle, explaining the context of the body and essence, that the matter and form is important. They have to be together at all times. Ang pagiging tao ay hindi sapat sapagkat kinakailangan ang pagkatao ay kaakibat ng pagiging tao. Kung mapapansin ninyo, ang ideolohiyang ito ay beyond physical. No, kasi kung magse-search pa kayo, makikita nyo na ang mga ideolohiyang yan ay kasama sa metaphysics. Physics and metaphysics. Physics is the physical body, the physical observable context in philosophy, while metaphysics pertains to what is beyond physical. Ang metaphysics, madaming mga tinatalakay na filosofiya at doktrina kung saan malalaman nyo ang sinasabing ang pinagmulan at basehan ng pag-iral ng lahat. Okay? So hopefully this lesson is helpful for you to somewhat realize things, at least on the philosophical perspectives from the medieval period. Okay? I will be continuing my discussion on the next video for the part 3 discussing about the modern philosophers. Okay? Thank you. Ciao.